check it out. This is the 4th video in our tow turbine series. We've made a lot of big changes, so let's go through them now. Starting off, this is actually the same propeller we've used in our last video, so I'll show this here real quick, but it's actually the same one, no changes to this. Right here, I've actually gone ahead and added a tube over this cable to try and prevent it from flexing. And as you can see here, it kind of just droops down, but if you slide this tube over, it does make it a lot more rigid and prevents it from flexing as much. So I think this will help. Coming up, and if you have seen my last video, well then this won't be a surprise, but we've added what I'm gonna call a pulley gearbox. And right now it has a 30, a 36, 60, and 80 tooth pulley on this side, which is our input. And on our output side, which is connected to our motor, is a 20 tooth pulley. This will give us a 1.5, slightly less than 2, 3, and 4 to 1 ratio. This will increase the speed over here by those ratios right there from our input speed. So now we have a stiffer cable. We can increase or decrease our load if we need to. And right here is a very special thing if you guys have been around this channel for a long time. This is a Flipski 6374 brushless motor. So it's already wired up, and I soldered new lead ends to my bridge rectifier so we can get our typical 12 volt output from this. But this is a much more capable motor than our standard 250 watts. And if you've seen it for a while, you've probably commented yourself or seen a comment or two recommending a motor of this caliber. If you're wondering what this little red handle was for, is because when I was designing this, I imagined that we weren't going to need this gearbox, so I could have just connected this shaft right here, and it would have sat in place of here, holding it, making it a nice simple test. On my bench testing, it seemed like the RPM wouldn't be sufficient for our standard output requirements, so that's where this pulley gearbox comes in. And if you want to see more, I will link the video above and in the description below, where I go through all the components, how I made it, and kind of how it works a little more in detail. So let's go over starting on the 30 to 20 tooth, so 1.5 ratio, and see what kind of output we can get. So this is a little bit different from our last one because we have a new motor, and we will also be able to change our ratio. But I think this is our best chance of making good power output. On the bench, this on the 36 tooth pulley was able to make, I think, about 60 watts of power, which if we can do that here, will be a new record. So stay tuned and let's see if we can break a record. All right, so we've got everything connected, and I think everything's tightened down. We'll be the first to know if it isn't, so let's see how it does. It is a little bit slower flow today, so we moved over one, but we're in the exact same spot we've recently been testing, so that should be pretty good. So I'll just hold on to this, and it is an outrunner motor, so you'll notice the outside spins, and that's why it has this. Otherwise, I probably would have just held on to the motor. So let's see how it does. It's like flickering, right?
Yeah.
Right there? All right, so you want to bring it up? So this was kind of what I was worried about. I don't know if it's because there's necessarily too much torque on this end, but what I actually think it is this turbine isn't just producing enough RPM to light up the screen. This screen right here requires about, I think it's 6.5 or 7 volts of power to light it up. So what we're gonna do right now, and I should have brought my multimeter with me, but I didn't. So we're just gonna step it up to the 36 tooth pulley, because this will increase our RPM, and it should light up our screen. So I guess that'll probably just be our starting point for this. But then we also have the 60 tooth and the 80 tooth pulley on top of it. So I'm not too worried. I think we should still get a pretty good test, but let me switch that out and we'll test again. So the screws stripped out on the little 20 tooth pulley when I was going to slide it might have been going the wrong direction. So let me go get new screws and enjoy this brief intermission. So, and also, if you like the videos in the middle of winter and me having to drive back and forth a lot, hit that like, comment, subscribe for me. It is a lot of effort for these videos. Here, I'll hold it up. Is it still up here?
No, it's like flickering.
Now if I hold it...
Yeah.
Where it gets violent?
So it's like 7.
Well, let me try and find its happy spot.
.6.
See if you can connect the heater.
15 watts, 16 watts, 17.
Well, it seemed to eat that stick, no problem. All right, this is the 62th test. It probably will be our last one because I mean the snow is picking up and the sun's going down. So let's get this one tested with our voltage first, then we'll get a power reading and see how it does.
11 volts. 10.9.
How many volts right here?
12.7.
And there?
13.5.
All right, so that's only changing a couple inches. Like look right here, ready? There's, what's how many volts?
8.
8, and now if I drop down another foot,
13.
it gets too unstable down there.
Yeah.
So right here.
13.
All right, let's get the heaters connected, see what kind of power output we get, and then that 80 tooth, as long as it works, it's gonna rip, but it's seeming to work smoother and smoother the higher teeth we go up, because it doesn't really jump around until I go farther and farther into the water. So let's test them.
37, 38, 39, 43. 39, 40, 44, 48. 47, 50.
Right. Well, I'd say we're making steps in the right direction. So we've now got the 82 fully connected. Sorry about the wind noise. There's up to 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, but I want to get you guys this video, so let's get tested so we can get out of here. 82 fully.
14, 18, 19, 20, 18, 16. You want me to connect?
Yeah, let's connect the heaters now that we've got our voltage reading. Yeah, it's windy out here.
58, 59, 61, 64, 65, 71.
I will say, wow, that takes some force to hold it back right there, and I'm happy this is holding. I'm only holding on to one here and right here, so pretty decent. And make sure you check out this gearbox video if you haven't already. So let's connect the third heater and see what kind of power we can get. All right, we've now got 3 of those heaters connected, and the reason I did this is they're rated for 25 watts each, so now I know we're not overpowering them. So let's get it kicked over and see if that made any difference at all.
75, 93, 76, 83, 85, 77. 55, 91.
Did I hear 91?
Yeah.
We hit 91 watts? Let's go, guys. We hit 91 watts. All right, let's go where it's a bit warmer and I'll film the outro. It's cold out here. My camera woman's very upset.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon. All right, now that we're back in the warmth, let's go over it a bit. The first pulley being 30 tooth, well, it didn't really have enough to light up the screen voltage-wise. Going to the 36, it was a little bit better. The 60 tooth is where we started to see where I think we're just about fluctuating around our power record. And then when we jumped up to the 80 tooth pulley, as you saw, we just shattered our power record. It was a little bit hard to see on screen. I did the best I can. I'll work on this. I might work on like a cover because when the sun hits it at the right angle, you can't see it. But given that we only added a tube and then this pulley gearbox, we've now almost doubled our power record of any project ever on this channel. So I want to say a huge thank you to you guys. You guys have helped me get this far. It's been such a long time coming. I think we're over 2 years, maybe 2.5 years deep into filming. And well, the projects just keep getting better. We've made more power, we've got new motors, and there's a lot of interesting things coming this year. So stay tuned, and as always, let me know what you guys would want to change. Let me know if there's anything on this project, if you want to keep this stuff the same and change one thing, or if you want a total overhaul. So let me know. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for checking it out. See you soon.